Amaju Pinnick, it's good to have you here with us. You strongly believed in your third term agenda. Why have you killed it?
I never said I was going to run third term. I was still contemplating consulting at that point, you know. I also believe at that point that there are a lot of things left undone that would have continued, you know. But, you know, family first, you know, and you never say never, because at that point, I recall after the game, when there was pandemonium in the stadium, my 6-year-old daughter called her mom, say, "Mom, please put daddy on video, put daddy on video." You know, they were trying to get me on video, but of course, I was trying to calm situation, my members of the Congress. So I think that also added to the fact that when I got home that night, got to Lagos, because I left for Doha the next morning, my 6-year-old daughter that was meant to be sleeping waited for me to see the dad. So this is the first time I'm saying this, so it was quite emotional for me. Fife, why are you not sleeping? I wanted to see you. We're scared, we're bothered. So a lot of things went through my mind, and then I got calls from my sisters, brothers, you know, and well, especially my family, my immediate family, and said, "You've done your best." So it's family.
Is it majorly because of the Super Eagles' failure to qualify for the World Cup?
Yeah, that accounted for, because if you look at yourself, you pause and meditate consciously and say, what did we do wrong? We find out that up till now, I don't know what we did wrong. I can tell you very emphatically, I don't know what we did wrong as a federation, and also from the part of the ministry, because everything they requested, we did. They wanted a full stadium, they wanted more jerseys, they wanted more home wears, we did. You know, we talked about the best accommodation for motivation, especially for the new players coming in, we did. You know, I know APs brought, apart from that, their E20, E200, they brought other. I said, no, I want to go with the best and the newest fleet. They provided us. So to me, it was just beyond what human beings could do. It was beyond our comprehension. It was beyond our reach, because we did everything. And the atmosphere, the clement weather, the crowd was prime for Super Eagles to win that game. For us not to have won, so it's something that is football. Football can be very cruel. While it's cruel to some, while the others are jubilating. That's football, you know. And I've come to realize that as a football administrator, every day we see the ups and downs, we see all those things, but certain teams have necessitated are taking those decisions. But like I said, never say never. Let's see how things go. But it's a family, and that is the decision.
In a recent interview, you made some comments about support from the NFF members. Do you feel betrayed?
No. All my members feel very bad, because I didn't even inform them of this decision. They feel, even till tomorrow, as I was coming out from my room now, I was talking to one of them. He said, "President, you cannot do this. I don't want to hear it." Most of my members, even members of my Congress. That's why you can see nobody is really wanting to come out, say they want, because to them it's still a shock. Because I'm young, I'm 51 years old. In football administration is a journey, very long journey. You can be there. The former president of Spain, Spanish FA, was there for 30 years. 60 years in the FIFA Council. Sita in Burkina Faso, was there for how many years? Niger, Pelé, has been there for about 16 years. The more, and if you look at Pelé, you know that he's somebody very strong in the system. I can go on and on, look at Danny Jordan, because it's not as if the more you are in that system, the more recognized, the more respect.
Yeah, but some have certainly carried them along.
No member of my executive committee will say that, because one thing that I've been able to do as president, even though there might be discrepancies or some kind of division, which to me can be very subtle and negligible, is that we are one united family. If we look at ourselves, what do you mean not carrying along? I came out to say I'm taking responsibility. It's not because I was guilty. there are various heads. There's head of security, there's the head of technical, there's the head of marketing. But I say yes, because I don't want blame to be ascribed to any of my subordinates. And that's it. And to me, it's just civil. It's just pure courtesy. So that you don't look at anybody and say, oh, you didn't do this well. Let me take the blame. And I've apologized to Nigerians. And when you apologize, you should be forgiven. And that's it.
Can you confidently say that Nigerian football has progressed under your leadership?
Of course. Oh, listen, if people know 1/10 of what we have gone through in the last 8 years, you give us kudos. Kudos and more kudos. Trust me. In terms of laurels, yeah, we don't want to start counting because football development is not about laurels. It's not only about laurels. Sorry, we want to win, we want to have all the laurels. But I don't think we've done badly in that sphere. I don't. We have a record of what we did in Africa under 17 World Cup, the Olympics bronze, All African Games, the Super Falcons. In terms of development and transition, I don't think we've done badly as well. Look at Akekomi Amao, you know, from our Zenith Championship today, he's a very prolific striker in the mold of Messi coming up. And, you know, you look at Osimhen, look at Chukwueze.
But what about some of the vital tournaments Nigeria failed to qualify?
Yeah, because it's football. That's what I'm saying. Football, like I said, can be very cruel. Really, really cruel. But while you are crying and languishing, someone else is celebrating. That is the beauty of that round of that game. So it's not that we don't want to qualify, I want to qualify. But like the junior teams, my directive is under 16 should be under 16. Under 20 should be under 20. Let me speak in calculated ambiguity. Let me leave it at that. Under 16 should be under 16. Whether we qualify or not, it should be under 16. We didn't go to the World Cup. But we've discovered that Akekomi Amao, right? That is development. That is the beauty of this transition, of this program. England, for the first time, they just won the under 17 World Cup and they won the under 20 because of their development. Because of St. George's Park, where kids go play football, they are discovered, they come from the various new teams.
That sort of program in Nigeria, the sort of structure.
Yeah, the league, the MPFL is coming out right now. We're having the junior for all the teams, you know, for all the club sides in Nigeria, in the La Liga youth tournament, you know, being partnered by La Liga. I think listen, we'll get to this point. But one thing I keep saying, the future of our football is our local league. People want to criticize. No, I will never. I will hail them because I know what they are going through. But the major thing is for the state governments to hands off running of this club.
Football followers in Nigeria believe that if the Super Eagles had played that World Cup qualifier against Ghana in Uyo, the results would have been different. Do you agree?
Well, because that can just be, I do not disagree. I also believe that Uyo, we qualified from there the last time, maybe not, but I don't think there's anything radically different from what we saw in Abuja. In fact, Abuja presented I don't think the pitch in Uyo is better than the one in, you know, what they did in Abuja. Maybe there's no way I can. Uyo, what would be the difference? I don't think anything. There's no significant difference. The Uyo Stadium is a world-class stadium. It's bidding to host the Champions League finals right now, and we're working towards that. Then the Abuja Stadium is out of this world, especially after the renovation.
Don't you think it affected their play because the players were new to the stadium?
So what will you say about the under 20 girls that qualified from there, the Super Falcons and played and qualified from there, you know? So to me, you see, everything we want to attribute spiritualism or some kind of philosophy to me, but I'm a very straightforward person, you know. Uyo, yes, maybe because we qualified from there the last time, you know. The same way the Ghanaians have that confidence when you're going to play in Kumasi is our slaughter home. Uyo can also be seen as a slaughter home for you know, for the Super Eagles, because I think they lost only one match there, I think, but they've won all other matches there, and they have some support from the beginning to the end of a game, whether the Super Eagles is playing well or not. You know, they cherish the Super Eagles. And I think the same thing we had in Abuja, but just that the fans, they never expected that Nigeria would not be in the World Cup.
Have you led the NFF with transparency and accountability?
Let an independent person tell you about whether we are transparent or not. You engage financial derivatives, you engage PwC, and find out whether, if we are not, who are what sponsors we have. We don't have obscure peripheral sponsors, if I may say. We have super brands. They are huge, massive companies. So if we are not transparent, Premier Lotto, they will not do business with us. They will not come to us. We've been very, and all our audited reports are published. All A to Z audited report. And that's one thing that stood us out.
What's the way forward now for Nigerian football?
Yeah, we'll learn. We'll be intelligent enough to learn from all the mistakes we've made, and be resurgent enough to bounce back and keep going. That's just the truth. Because, like I said, it's a journey. It's not a destination. You just keep learning as you're going. You look at things. How do you improve on this? If I were to continue, there are some mistakes I will not make again. Never. There are some things nobody can tell me to do that I want to do. I've learned a very bitter lesson too, but there are so many things that are better left unsaid, which I would say. I've learned some very, very bitter lessons, but that's what makes you a man. If you learn and you don't imbibe that learning in your next disposition, then it means you're not a man. I know that I've learned quite a lot, not just from this game, from a lot of things going on. You know, from my Super Falcons, the under 17, under 20 male, female. You learn every day, and that's what makes you a man. And by God's grace, I don't think we've done badly. The most important thing is to learn. Whether you bring it to bear or not, you can use that thing that you've learned even in your family, in your business, in so many other things that you do. But the important thing is to learn. If you don't learn, then you're not a human being.